Good morning, good morning. This is Skunk City in Facebook page, and one of the buddy in there gave me the hat, so you guys can go to Facebook. If you like fishing and hunt, and any of those in the Central Valley, they post a lot of good stuff in there. It's cold today, and I can see that the top of the house, black ice on it. Very cold last night. Let's get to the point. I have this 2002 Toyota 4Runner Sport Edition. Okay. Coming to me because the catalytic converter is incomplete for smog inspection, and it doesn't matter how many miles you drive, it's still not complete. So in experience in the past, I know that I have those problems before, and it was the ignition coil that is not fully performant. So that caused the catalytic converter is not complete. So we did change the ignition coil and spark plug wire. Still doesn't complete. The reason is I don't know exactly. So just based on that, and I don't have the equipment to test to see how performant on the ignition coil, right? So just based on what I've been facing in the past. There's no catalytic converter code either. So that's why I did not change catalytic converter. But here's what I did on it, okay? So when we did all the plug, coil, wire, and still doesn't complete, so decide to do a catalytic converter. That's like $600, you know. So change the catalytic converter. What happened is, right about going to change the catalytic converter, and the O2 sensor upper bank one, which is pop the code p1135, I believe. That's the air fuel sensor, the bank one sensor one. So it doesn't matter how many times I clear, and it still keep popping that same code. So the code, when you clear it, pop right up. When you clear it, pop right up. So I test the sensor. That sensor is no function. It's dead. So I put a new sensor on it. Drove for 600 miles, long distance drive, and also in town drive. Still doesn't, the catalytic converter still doesn't complete. So I told the owner that it could be your catalytic converter is not giving performance. Another guy was telling me that it could be your temperature is not up there. When you are idle, the temperature is about like 190 or 195 or 200, something like that. But when you're driving, the fan probably kicking and then blow your temperature below 180, something like that. So that's why the catalytic converter is not complete. So I did that test. I plugged my OBD2 little computer on it, and then drive it to see it was the temperature on that, and the temperature on that is right around 190. So it's at the normal temperature. So I told him that probably the catalytic converter is not doing the job. That's why. And I replaced the catalytic converter. As soon as I replaced the catalytic converter, the problem that I was facing is, it doesn't matter how many times I clear the code, it popped right up. Same code. If with the new sensor, bought a Denso sensor and put it on and clear it, pop up. Clear it, pop up. Now, you have to listen carefully to this story, otherwise you will miss all the point. Okay, because I don't perform it to 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 demonstrate each step, because it take me a weeks already. Okay, so the reading from the sensor is good. Okay, and the reading from the sensor is good. Here to show you the sensor. The sensor's up there, so you probably can't see it. That's a current converter, and the down one's right there, and I changed the down one too. So I changed both front and back sensor. The problem is keep popping the same code, brand new sensor. I thought that okay, could be a failure because it's not Toyota OEM Denso. It's Denso from AutoZone. It could be a copycat Denso, or it could be a failure. So I changing it, still do the same thing. So I changed the third one and still do the same thing. So I did told the owner that I could end up with no idea because everything tests this function and it still pops the same code. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Nên chỉ nhắc cái nên mua exactly change là nên mua chào chỉ mua change. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Right. So they come and get the car. So sorry about that. And it keep popping the codes. So I have a what's that? Oh. Yeah, thank you. So I have a this is a 4-wheel drive. So I have a 2-wheel drive ECU. So I plug my 2-wheel drive ECU to it, and I run. There's no engine light. There's no popping code. So I thought that okay, it could be the ECU that is bad. That's why I keep throwing the same code. And I took my ECU out and put his ECU back in. And now the ECU is it doesn't throw code no more. Okay, and I drove for 60 miles, everything complete. So I think this is what I think. Okay, the ECU, the plug got loose somewhere in the you know, time that, you know, because this is like 280,000 miles, 280,000 miles. So that probably causing somewhere somehow is losing. But the other day before that, I checked, I open it and I, you know, make sure thumb check to see is everything tight. I did that. It still doesn't work. So maybe need that little refresh on the ECU. I'm not sure, because what I did is I took out the what do you call, the positive and negative battery, and I took out from the battery and I, you know, connected together, so it might be like, you know, recycle the ECU. But it doesn't work like that either. So when I plug it in, the ECU to it, probably that make, you know, like a refresh the ECU. I'm not sure, or maybe retight the ECU plug, and that's why I make that ECU work again, and that's why it doesn't throw code no more. So very, very, very complicated. Okay, when you don't have all sorts of tool and like to check everything. And plus, sometimes you check on this type of vehicle, the ECU doesn't read everything like you want to read it. So on this right here, I can say that very, very complicated, because when you test the O2 sensor, it read like it should, and why still throwing code, so that's make me almost give up for not complete the job. But somehow, somewhere, maybe the guy up there again give me a click that try to put another ECU in it and try to run to see if that will work. So I did that and worked. So my recommendation for you, if you have the same serial, the same problem, pop the same code. It's not mean like you drive for 10 miles and pop the code. Okay, that's a different story. What I mean pop the code is you clear it. It doesn't matter you clear the code, and within 3-4 seconds the code pop back up. So if you have the same problem like mine, try to disconnect your ECU, all the plug to the ECU, disconnect all of those and reconnect it, retight it. That may help you on that. Okay, because if you change your new sensor and you still have the same code and pop the same code like that, I recommend it. Reconnect your ECU, and that probably have the same problem as I do, and that may help you. Okay, so on my case, I'm not sure my ECU clear the other ECU. I'm not sure, just because I retied it with the thumb push only. I did not disconnect it. I just thumb push all the plug and still doesn't clear it, and then I put another ECU to it, and then reset everything. So it could be that I did not pull them out and redo it, and that make no difference. Okay, it's a long story. It's take me 2 weeks, but it take me 10 minutes to explain to you what the situation only. So hopefully clear enough for you to follow. Sometimes people say that you do not explain clear enough. So if it's not clear enough for you and you still need idea, just message me and I will try to see I can remember what I did to mine, and we'll see I can help you on your part. And this is on the Toyota 4Runner 2002 and 4-wheel drive. If you have 2-wheel drive, if you have a 97 all the way to 2002, I would say it's very similar to it, but the 2002 a little bit different than 99 or 97 model. The electronic control, all those stuff, is the engine's still the same body style, but some here and there a little bit different, and the O2 sensor is different too. Okay, all right, thank you for watching. This is 14 minutes already, and if you have a question, just message me, and we'll see you guys next video. Hopefully this video will helping you, and hopefully I jump back and forth, because I did not edit. This is straight from my phone, and I just walk around and explain to you. So with the customer come pick up their car too, so and causing destruction, and hopefully you can catch all the message that I put in this video and helping you to solve your problem. And if you have another question regarding pop of the same codes, I have another video that I did a couple years back, and that will help you too. And also catalytic converter is incomplete, and also have another video on that too. So go check on my video. You should find those videos in there, and very helpful for your emission. Unless you live in a state that have no emission, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have a restriction emission like here in Central California, you need it. We'll see you guys next video. Bye bye now.